Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis. Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis. Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.
I feel like I'm from UK, you know.
See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Tallawah TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Ocean of the Messenger, and you're watching Tallawah TV with the host and best Davis. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.
I think the uniqueness of the Reggae Girls is they embody the national motto of Jamaica, which is out of many one people. So when you look at the entirety of the Jamaica squad, you have dark-skinned girls, mixed-race girls, girls who have black and Asian in them. You also have the homegrown players, so like your Bunny Shaw, your Konya Plummer, your Denden Blackwood. So what that means in terms of from a grassroots perspective is girls who are born in Jamaica can look at a Bunny Shaw and hear that authentic accent and say, you know, if Bunny can make it, then so can I. Once you hear that authenticity, that raw Jamaican accent, they should be able to look at a Bunny Shaw who's now our captain to say, if Bunny can do it, especially if you come from the same community, the same parish as her, if she can do it, then so can we.
Hi, Tallawahs. Good afternoon, good evening, possibly good morning. All depends on where you're based in the world. Let me know how I'm sounding there, guys, in the comment section. We finally catch each other on a live stream over on my channel. Thank God. Long may it continue. Let me know how I'm sounding audio-wise there, guys. I've got my TV playing in the background. So do let me know if you can hear it, so that I can avoid any copyrights violation. That is the last thing I need right now. So do let me know how I'm sounding in the comment section before I can continue. How am I sounding? Am I sounding good, Mr. Gordon? How are you? Good day, sir. Good evening, guys. Good evening, good morning. Crystal clear. I like that. I saw what you did there. I see what you did there. I like that. I like that. All right, let's get rolling, guys. Let me bring up my headline for tonight's show. I've had to sidestep, and I don't like sidestepping. I just like going straight ahead. I don't like sidestepping, zigzag, looking backwards. I like to look forward. But I have had to sidestep away from tonight's topic of conversation. We are going to get into it. We are going to talk about the meat of the matter. The meat of the matter for tonight's content. The main focus is actually about Mr. Ravel Morrison and Mr. Michael Hector. So Rav and Big Heck. And I have to sidestep a little bit and backtrack and regurgitate on last night's content. Tony, thank you, sir. I have to regurgitate on what I said last night in relation to Leon Bailey. And I didn't want to have to do that because I thought what I said was crystal clear. I thought I was quite clear with my opinion. Remember, guys, football is a game of opinions. Sometimes I might come on here and give you guys opinionated content. Other times I might just keep it strictly informative. But I think I was pretty clear what I said last night. It was my opinion. I did touch on that age-old question there pertaining to, does Leon Bailey care about his country? Does Leon Bailey love Jamaica? And as I said, based on what I picked up on pertaining to Leon Bailey and the Leon Bailey Foundation and the fact that he has been visibly giving back to his country, Jamaica, and cassava peas visibly since the COVID-19 pandemic, I think based on what I've said, pretty much buried that age-old conversation. I'm not sure why people are sending me messages, doubling down, being wrong and strong, trying to prove a point that doesn't need to be proved. I'm a little bit baffed, but let me just go ahead and bring you some information there pertaining to the Leon Bailey Foundation. This is their latest treat, and it will be taking place this Saturday. Do keep your eye on the Leon Bailey Foundation over on Instagram for further details. Its latest back to school treat is taking place this Saturday, August the 31st, and it is The address is Cassava Peace, Constant Springs Road, Kingston. The poster does say a free jersey giveaway. So before I close up on the show, I'll bring that up for you guys. But like I said, if you want to know more about Leon Bailey's back to school treat, taking place this Saturday in Jamaica, Cassava Peace. The caption is a lovely caption over on Instagram. I'm going to read it out quickly for you. It says, "Join us for our back to school charity event and make a difference in a child's education. Together, we can ensure every student has the tools they need to succeed." So yeah, guys, as I said, I don't like to regurgitate, but I'm going to spend maybe no more than 5 minutes talking about Mr. Leon Bailey, since you guys love to talk about him so much. I'm confused. I've realized that there's a minority within the Jamaica football 12th man, and I've actually drawn the conclusion that some of you are an odd bunch. You are definitely odd indeed. I don't understand this willingness to want to continuously crucify Leon Bailey. I thought, on observation, I've not been creating content for the best part of 8 months plus, but I have been sitting and I have been observant. And what I have gathered, based on what some of you have been saying as the 12th man, is that you want to forgive and forget. And when I say that, I'm talking about the national team, the Reggae Boyz, the JFF, and so on. So I'm scratching my head and I'm thinking, I thought the notion was to forgive and forget. I don't understand why the naysayers are banging the same drum repeatedly. I'm really confused, because the same naysayers who are willing to double down on this Leon Bailey hate train, the Leon Bailey hate brigade. I'm confused because you guys are the same ones who are telling us all to forgive and forget about Mason Greenwood and his allegations and what we were presented with in terms of evidence. You all are saying to forgive and forget, give the lad a chance, it's all in the past. So if you can say that about Mason Greenwood, given what you would have seen and what you were choosing to ignore, why can you not do the same for Leon Bailey? Why is it you guys are so hell-bent on brushing aside particular evidence, but when it comes to the evidence that supports Leon Bailey, which answers the age-old question and proves you all wrong that he does in fact care about his nation, why are you guys choosing to be blindsided? Why are you guys choosing to be ignorant? I'm confused. I've kind of made my mind up that some of you, and I say some of you because there's a small fraction of you, it's plain and simple that you guys are quite miserable. And that's sad to see, because football for me is about escapism. I watch football because I want to escape reality for a second. If life is knocking me down, I turn to football to uplift me. So when you're coming with all this bad mind attitude and all your miserable comments, I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. I don't want to have to block no one, but I'm just not feeling it, guys. If you can help me to see things clearly or understand things clearer, let me know in the comment section, because I am very much confused. I just want to know why you're all hell-bent on focusing on Leon Bailey's past, but you are not doing the same for Mason Greenwood. What's the difference? What am I missing out on? Am I being a little bit slow? Again, before I close off, I'm going to touch on the tremendous work that Leon Bailey is doing with the Leon Bailey Foundation. I have to remember to close off on that and show you a poster for this week's charitable event hosted by the man himself. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comment section. I am well now that you're here. How are you? It's been a long time seeing some of you. Hot Chili Pepper, the hottest stepper. How are you, sir? Good to see you again. Yes. Absolutely. Big up Daniel Sturridge and Raheem Sterling. They do a lot for Jamaica as well. You're definitely right about that. Daniel Sturridge and Raheem Sterling aren't new to being philanthropists for their country. I don't think Daniel Sturridge mind me saying Jamaica is his country, because yes, it's his country of heritage, and I believe from an outsider looking on that he's very proud to rock the black, green, and gold. So like Daniel Sturridge and Leon and Raheem Sterling, you can add Leon Bailey to the list of Jamaicans who are giving back to their community. And I just want to end on, how much do the Leon Bailey haters love Jamaica? Because I can almost bank on my last penny that the same people who are crucifying him questioning whether he loves Jamaica are the ones who I could ask said question to. Because I'm pretty sure when you're out and about in Jamaica and you finish eat your box food, it's more than likely that you don't put it in the bin. You just dash it on the ground and you just end up dirty up Jamaica. And I have to ask, how much do you love Jamaica community? When last you went into your pocket and tried to help the less fortunate? The answer is none. The answer is you've never done it. So yeah, let's just move on from that. I don't want to have to keep on regurgitating my content. But let me just, you need to open up your ears. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth, okay? Respectfully, do not come onto my platform and tell me how to run my show, okay? This is my palace. You're not in charge. I am. If you don't like what I'm saying, see yourself through the exit door, okay? I am the one who's in charge of my platform. So all of that badness, take it to somewhere else. I never once said that you dislike Leon Bailey. So why are you taking me on? This is the first time I'm seeing you on my channel. I've never once said that you like Leon Bailey. So why are you so high and mighty? Why are you coming out so strong? Why not answer the question that I have asked you guys in the comment section? Why are you going off on something that is completely irrelevant? Just pipe down. Don't bring all that negativity over to my platform. Take all that crap somewhere else, okay? Thank you. Let's get moving, guys. Ravel find a new club. We're going to get into that. Float management, big up yourself, and 2 different things. Okay, you need to listen to what I am saying. What I am saying, I'm not sure if you came into the stream late. I am saying that, yes, you are right. It's 2 different scenarios but that we're dealing with. What I am saying is, if the notion is we should forget the past and move on and deal with the present, why are you not applying the same concept to Leon Bailey? You're talking about Leon Bailey disrespected Jamaica and Leon Bailey talked down on Jamaica. Okay, yes, it is 2 different scenarios, 2 different situations. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to beat you on that. But if it is 1 rule for Mason and 1 rule for Leon, I can't rock with that. If it is forget the past, it has to be forget the past for Leon Bailey as well. All right, and I'm not budging. I'm not budging on that. Okay, time. Big up. It's my palace. They got to learn to be respectful. You can't come over here and act like you're the gaffer. You're not the gaffer. You're probably interim at best. And I'm the one who hires you. So I can fire you with ease. So just simmer down. Simmer down, please. Simmer down, please. Just calm down. Okay? Carl, am I speaking a different language that you guys don't understand? I just need you guys to, you're not answering my question, but you're asking a question that doesn't need to be asked. Am I speaking a foreign language? What I am asking ignorant people like yourself, Carl, and the other guys who are ignorant in the comment section, if you can say about Mason Greenwood that we should forget the past and move on, why can you not say the same for Leon Bailey? What don't you understand? What do I need to like write it down for you on a piece of paper? What do I need to go off and learn another language? What don't you bloody understand? Tell me. Tell me. If I need to dumb it down a bit, I might do it. I don't know if I'm capable of doing such thing, but I might do it just to please you. Because you lot don't have nothing better to do with your time than to hate on the young man. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just nothing that Leon can score the goal that takes Jamaica to the first World Cup for the first time, to their first men's World Cup for the first time since 1998, and you guys will find something else to say, yes, still not like him. So at this point, I think it's safe to say, doesn't matter what he does, doesn't matter that he's a philanthropist, and a lot of you didn't know that, but you do know, doesn't matter that he's giving back to his hometown of Cassava Peace, doesn't matter what he does, you're still going to hate him. That's fine. Just don't bring that hatred onto my platform. That's all I ask. Other content creators might entertain it. I'm not going to entertain it because this is someone's son. Leon is someone's son. In case he's human being just like the rest of us. So treat him how you would want someone to treat your child, or treat him how you would want someone to treat you. It's the bare minimum. And if we're going to forget the past and focus on the present, then Leon Bailey is included in that, my friend. Okay? Because if you can make excuses for Mason Greenwood, you damn sure can make excuses for Leon Bailey as well. Okay? So check yourselves. Some of you need to check yourself, because some of you don't operate with a moral compass. Check yourselves. I said I wanted to spend 5 minutes on Leon Bailey, and here I am talking more about Leon Bailey, and I don't need to go into that. All right, let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead. It's nice to have you guys in the comment section there. I'm not used to either of yourselves. I don't think me and you are going to agree on anything. I will say this, that I do definitely understand your comment. I see your comment. I just wish that you could see what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying, so we're just going to move on. All right. Gunner's Boss, I haven't seen you around. Gunner's Boss, big up yourself. I'm just trying to draw the comparison. It's not about putting both players against each other, right? So don't get confused with what I've said. I'm not trying to put A against B, B against A. I'm just saying, if the notion is to forget the past when it comes to Mason Greenwood, do the same for Leon Bailey. Fair is fair. But the fact that some of you are being ignorant and doubling down and don't want to do that tells me that it's personal. Because if I ask you, what is your reason to not like Leon Bailey, and maybe not you guys in the comment section, but you can't give me a valid reasons, guy. You can't give me nothing of substance. It's okay. It's okay. If you don't like him, no problem. But all that I am asking you guys to do, you don't have to do it. If we're all saying clean slate, let it be clean slate for Leon as well. If you're saying forgive the past with Mason Greenwood, for goodness sake, guys, do the same for Leon, because at the moment, that is literally your countryman. He's your compatriot. He's the one who is literally born and bred in Jamaica. He's the one who currently represents Jamaica. All right? That's all I have to say. Blessings to yourself, Hot Cover. How are you doing? And I'll take you out for dinner one day. Carl, you scared me, Carl. Carl, if I saw you coming out, I would run in the opposite direction, Carl. You frightened me a while ago, Carl, but all is love, nothing personal. I just don't want certain energy on my live stream. So I hope you don't mind what I have said. And again, it's nothing personal. All right. So let's move on, guys. I had to get that bit off my chest. And actually, much of what I have said has nothing to do with the guys in the comment section. Yes, I've addressed a couple of things, but much of what I had to say is to do with messages that came directly from my Leon Bailey's live stream from last night. All right. So much of what I have said has nothing at all to do with you guys there in the comment section. So please don't be offended by what's been said. Let me just take something out of case, guys. 1 second. Let me just take something out of case. Speaking of a case, I'm trying to sort out my YouTube phone. And it looks like I'm going to have to change my number or shut it down, because you guys have not joined the WhatsApp chat, which is a shame. But it is what it is. So I'm going to have to change that number. I had an unwanted message recently, so I'm going to change my my WhatsApp number soon. All right, guys, moving on. Let's just go ahead and continue with what I was saying. The main focus for tonight's show is Ravel and also Big Hex, or Michael Hector. And it's been a while. Yes, it has been a while. I know it's been a while, but so much toxic stuff going on. Thought I'd jump in and spread some love. Thank you so much, Super Nick. It's definitely been a while since you've seen each other. I reckon it's like well over a year since you and I have like bumped into each other. Big up yourself. 1 second there, guys. Let me just do something. Yeah, guys. Yeah, Super Nick, it's good to see you in the comment section. It's always nice to have like another woman present. Because if not, I'm just left alone with like all this testosterone. Like, it's hard to fight back sometimes. Nothing is personal. We do not like, or a problem is the okay. All right. We're not going to agree with what I'm saying. So I think at this point, big up yourself. I hope you have a lovely evening, but we're just going to have to agree to disagree in that regard. So let's focus on the main topic of conversation here, guys. Mr. Ravel Morrison. So both he and Michael Hector are currently without a club. Let's see if I can bring up Ravel first. That would make sense. Is that Ravel Morrison? Yeah. So you guys should be able to see this on your screen, right? Just want to add some context. Let's remove the banner. Where's the, not the banner, that's the comment. Hold on, let's do something. All right, so let's just leave it like that. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to head back over to the other tab so that I can see it clearly, because I can't at the moment. So there you go. A little bit of evidence there for you guys. Ravel Morrison, how old is he? He is 31 years old. Is he 31? Yes, there you go. He's 31 years old. He is without a club. Michael Hector is some months older than him. Michael Hector is 32. Both of our Reggae boys there are currently without a club. I'm going to be giving you some update there in regards to potential transfer activity for both Hector and Ravel. All right, so let me just focus on Ravel for a second, or to make it fair, let's also switch over to Michael Hector as well, so you guys can see. Though one I'm saying that there's some favoritism going on. As you can see there, Michael Hector is also without a club. Now, based on the modern day and age and what we know of footballers and them taking care of their bodies and so on. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. Oh, something's playing. Let's just stop that. We don't want copyright violation. Something is playing. What the hell is playing? Yeah, let's close that. We don't want no copyright violation. All right, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. Now, based off what we know of modern footballers, guys, in terms of their longevity, once upon a time, it used to be goalkeepers have the longer shelf life. You can see, for example, Buffon. I don't even know what age Buffon retired, but I do remember playing like Pro Evolution soccer in the early millennium and using him as my keeper. And he was still present throughout my childhood and also adulthood, right? But then outfield players, I should say, tend to have a shorter shelf life. I think the greatest footballer ever, Ronaldinho. Obviously, there's reasons, valid reasons why his playing career was cut short. Saying that to say, when I look at the profile of your Ravel Morrison and your Michael Hector, one being 31 and the latter being 32, I reckon, guys, we could potentially, if they are well conditioned and they take care of their body, to the, maybe not to the extent. I mean, if they can take care of their body as well as the likes of, let's say, Ronaldo has, then possibly, or maybe even not to that extent. Maybe I should look closer to home and look at Adrian Mariappa. If they take care of their body as well as the likes of Adrian Mariappa is 38. We should expect to get potentially maximum a 10-year span for Ravel Morrison and Michael Hector. Again, depending on how well they take care of their bodies. Speaking of Adrian Mariappa, he's still playing competitive football. Hats off to him. He's obviously played at various levels of the game. He's currently the captain of Wealdstone FC, and they currently play in the National League. In terms of Michael Hector and Ravel Morrison, for context, they are currently free agents, right? Before I started this live stream, unless something has changed before I hit the record button to go live, they are currently free agents. There are some Royal fans out there, Royals being Reading Football Club. Their fans have been asking for him to return to Reading Football Club. Of course, we know that he had two separate spells with Reading FC, and I've noticed a few of their fans asking for their return. Now, some good news with regards to our compatriots there pertaining to any potential move for either two. You know what? Is this distracting you guys? Let me take it off the screen. let's bring up the headline. It was distracting me. It was distracting me. All right. Now with regards to any potential movements in the summer transfer window, which will be closing in a matter of days for the top five leagues across Europe. I'll get into the further details where that is concerned. Some really great news there, which I felt that I needed to share with you guys, is that the PFA have come to their rescue, and you will be well within the known with this if you are following both players respectively across their platform. So let me try and like put things into summary for you guys with relation to what the PFA are doing and how it can benefit, or how I believe it will benefit Ravel and Michael Hector. Now the PFA they basically had, one second there, guys. Sorry, I had to move something. We're coming out of summer, but I'm still feeling quite hot. So as you guys always know, I always have to have my my fan on, because I don't know why, I just have super hyperactive sweat glands. So I just had to like put that fan on me for a second. Hopefully it managed to like cool me down. I think it was to do with the heated conversation earlier on. All right, so focusing on what I said earlier on with regards to the PFA, and in case you guys don't know about the PFA, in terms of the PFA, basically that's an abbreviation, so that is the Professional Footballers Association, and they've done some wonderful work over the last couple of weeks towards the latter stages of the summer. They have put on a 10-week training camp specifically for free agents. So like your Michael Hector and your Ravel Morrison. And they did it in preparation for the upcoming season, or I should say for the current season. So for your 2024-2025 campaign. Now, this squad that the PFA have put out, they had a game today against Cambridge United. And as I said, the squad does include Michael Hector and Ravel Morrison. It also includes a few former Championship and Premier League players. So that list is quite, I would say, impressive. You've got some familiar names on there. You've got, as I said, Ravel Morrison, Michael Hector, what's his name? Dwight Gale, Carl Jenkinson, to name a few. Now, as I stated, they had a friendly today. It does appear to have been a friendly behind closed doors. I don't know why it's top secret, because I'm looking around and I'm trying to find like the results. I'm trying to find minutes played. And everyone's holding their cards close to their chest. I get the reason why they've done it, because the PFA squad technically is not a official football team. So that's probably the reason why not much push has been given to them on social media, which sucks, because in the lead up to it, they were doing a bit of a push. They were also calling on scouts. That's a massive benefit. And I'll get into that as I close off on the show. They were asking for scouts to come to the games. Again, massive thumbs up if you are in support of Ravel Morrison and Michael Hector. Now, here is the main benefit of what the PFA have done. As I said, I can't thank them enough. Big up the PFA. This is the way I see it, guys. This 10-week program that they've been on with the PFA, massive benefit for several different reasons. Here's a few of the reasons why I think it's a massive benefit. I think we know how preseason goes. We know the importance of preseason, and we also know what happens when you're without a club in terms of your fitness and your mentality. So, with that being said, if without a shadow of a doubt, I'm not a coach, but I do assume And I would like to think and I would like to believe that what the PFA has done will benefit two of our compatriots in terms of helping them to maintain or gain match fitness. I think it's coming up to over a year now since Ravel has played for a club. He was formerly played for DC United. So having the 10-week camp from the PFA will no doubt, as I said, I'm echoing myself, help to maintain or gain match fitness, help to keep them mentally and physically fit. Because look, I've never played football. I can't play football. I've got 2 left foot. We know this. But it's no secret that if we look at them as normal human beings, basically, it's almost like a redundancy, except it's not. So we all, well, I don't know. Maybe some of you don't know what it's like to not have a job. Maybe some of you have never been made redundant. If that's the case, touch wood, I pray to God it never happened to you. But it's one of the most frustrating moments of your life because you are basically left at home, sat with your thoughts. And if you've ever been in that position, trust me, guys, it's a lonely road. So with that being said, these players are clearly not alone, massive benefits. They're not sat at home. They're not sat at home with their thoughts, which could be lead to them being more unfit in terms of their physical health. And also it could lead to depression if you're at home wondering what's going on. Are you going to be signing for a club? Are you not? So again, big up the PFA for their thoughtful initiative. As I said, a major plus from today's game against Cambridge United is that it was reported that scouts from various clubs were expected to be in attendance to watch the lads in action. So that goes for Hector and Morrison. Hopefully there were some clubs there that caught their eye and can show interest and want to see them, because I'm sure we all want to see them on the field of play relatively soon. Although I'm willing to be patient, I think, if I haven't already said it before I close up, it is a wonderful initiative because the purpose, in case I've not said it already, the purpose of the PFA's initiative is to help the list of unemployed players within that particular group find a club for the 2024-2025 season. And I have strong faith and belief that this will come good, that what the PFA have done isn't in vain, and the lads will be able to capitalize off it and find respective clubs. Who knows, they might end up playing for the same club, or they might end up playing for different clubs. As I said, I've kind of scammed the air, and I can see, scammed the room, I should say, and I could see that the Royal fans, so Reading fans, fancy themselves bringing back Michael Hector, right? But in terms of where we're at with any potential movements, more work appears that it needs to be done in terms of one, you know how transfer work. It's one thing attracting the club, but then they'll need to reach an agreement. I think this time round, and I'm no expert in terms of how the clubs manage their contract, but I think we can all agree that because they're only dealing with one club per time, or at least that's probably how it should be, and they're not dealing with one club to another, the transfer, the smoothest of the transfer should be less of a hassle, because there's no middleman. No middleman meaning there isn't that other club to deal with, right? And also I think this one probably benefit the players. Again, I've never played football. I don't know the intricacies of transfers. I know a little bit because I've done I have a certificate in certain areas of the game outside of my my bachelor's of honors. So I believe that this opportunity is one that the players can seek to maximize. In terms, when I say maximize, I'm talking about maximizing the strength of the contract so that it benefits them, because remember guys, they are free agents, so there is no parent club or current club to worry about, nothing to like milk them dry and so on. Now, in terms of the summer transfer window, I guess it does make sense to give you guys added information. The summer transfer window is closing in, what day is it today? It's Wednesday for me, so in 2 days time. 2 days time, on Friday. Broadly speaking, things have changed for this summer transfer window. Usually, if memory serves me well, England is like the one that closed their transfer window before everybody else, right? Right, guys? I'm pretty sure that's how it's been in previous years. Anyways, this year, it is actually Europe's top 5 leagues who have agreed to close their respective windows on the last weekend, which is Friday, the 31st. I'm going to address my comment section before I go off. However, because I'm saying, because I could be wrong, but I think it's a no-brainer. Because of the time difference, the windows will close at different times. So I definitely know for England that is 11 p.m. I've scanned the comment section, and I know a lot of you are Premier League watchers. So I'm going to be greedy here and say I would love for a Premier League club to snap up both of them. Can that happen? All depends. I don't know the answer. But if anyone is worried about Michael Hector and Ravel Morrison not being able to sign for a Premier League club because of timing and so on, that's not technically correct. In terms of the Premier League, they can sign players outside of the transfer window. The reason being they are free agents. So because they're free agents, they can sign without outside of the window. Obviously, there's a few intricacies to push to the side. The biggest one is obviously the Premier League. There's only a certain number of players that you can sign per club. I believe the number is actually 25 players per club in terms of the registration and so on. So that might be one of the biggest hiccups. But as they are free agents, they can be signed outside of Friday's window, which does get slam shut this Friday. Now, in terms of the rest of the top 4 leagues across Europe, I would have to go and do further digging. I'm not sure about their rules, but I do know about the Premier League's rules in terms of signing players after the window has been shut. Now, I think since we're talking about Ravel Morrison and Michael Hector, it's only right to kind of relate it to the national side. And guys, please, I'm begging you, let's be patient with the both of them. Please allow these guys enough time to, 1, secure a move, 2, get settled for their respective club if they sign for different teams, that is, and also allow them to play regular minutes. All right. Because that is important. I'm saying that because I think that the JFF, again, based on observation, the JFF, without a shadow of a doubt, as annoying as they are, as stubborn as they are, they have at times listened to the 12th man. I think they do, without a shadow of a doubt, keep tabs on the YouTube circuit. And I think sometimes, in fairness to them, they do act accordingly. Not all the time, but accordingly. I know that midfield is an area of concern. I'm going to get onto that before we close off on the show. But what I don't want is for us to show just how desperate we are. Again, it goes back to what I was saying in regards to Leon Bailey, one rule for one rule for another. I have nothing against Ravel Morrison. I know about his qualities. I know just how good he is. I know how important he is to the team. But guys, I'm old school. And adding to what I said about Leon Bailey, for me, it can't be one rule for one rule for another. And I say this to say, whilst I was not streaming for several months, I noticed some people are being quite hypocritical, and that could be people who call into various shows, and I see a pattern of behavior where people are calling for players to be called up to the senior men's national team, and these players don't have a club. And I'm thinking, I recognize that voice. This is the same voice that said they don't want Javon Watson, to play for the national team because he doesn't have a club. Again, guys, it can't be one rule for one rule for another. Being a good servant, in my opinion, being a good servant should not give you a pass to represent your national team. All right. I believe, again, this is not a dig at Big Heck, and it's not a dig at Ravel Morrison. I'm just speaking generally. This is what I'm saying. Give these guys time. Again, continue on from what I was saying. Being a good servant, to me, does not should not allow you or give you a free pass to be called up to the national team if you are clubless. I think the reason why I'm saying that, I've seen it happen most certainly with the Reggae boys. I've seen it happen with the Reggae girls, and I am absolutely sick of it. I think the reason why it irritates me so much, aside from being old school, is because for me that breeds corruption. The same corruption that we bash the Jamaica Football Federation about is the same corruption that we're asking these coaches to do when we're asking them to call up our favorite players who don't have a club. Speaking about favorites, I think if we continue on this trajectory of just calling players up when they don't have a club, adding to corruption, I definitely think it's going to be a breathing ground for players being selected on the basis of favoritism. And we can't do that because it is without a shadow of a doubt a disrespect and a disservice to the players who are playing week in week out for their respective clubs and are being overlooked. Speaking about midfield, I definitely share the same sentiment with you guys in terms of we do need to sort out the midfield because it's a no-brainer. For me, in terms of midfield is the engine of your team. So if your midfield isn't working the way that it should, then that does spell trouble. I think looking forward ahead to the national team, the men's national team, that is one thing that I'll be keeping my eyes on and seeing how we fix the midfield issue. Where we're going to find these players to get that done, only Lord knows, because at the moment I'm still trying to find those answers and maybe even share it with you guys. So in terms of player selection, for me, players definitely should be playing at a competitive level in order to be rewarded with a call up. Competitive level is probably subjective. I think competitive level is definitely subjective. I say that because I might think that a particular level is competitive and you guys in the comment section might strongly disagree. I will, however, say that Damian Lowe's a few of his better performance for the national team came when he was playing in the Egyptian Premier League. And not trying to scapegoat no one here, but when we've looked at arguably the best league in the world, that be it the English Premier League. Some of our players who have come from the English Premier League to represent the national team have given us subpar performances. Saying that to say, the greater the level, the more recognizable the league doesn't necessarily equal to big performances when representing the national team. And there's various reasons why that is in terms of players from the Premier League showing up for their club and not showing up for their nation. It could be personal reasons, it could be logistical, it could be tactical, it could be environment, it could be coaching, it could be management. It could just come down to the player himself. The player that you rate might just not be him for the national team. Saying that to say as well, with teams like England, I know sometimes when we're talking about Jamaica and our national team, people actually like to think that we're bigger than we actually are when we're not. And I'm saying that because I'm looking at teams like England, and typically they select players from the Premier League. Now they're having to go off and select players from La Liga, Bundesliga, and so on. And there's obvious reason why that is in terms of players moving from one league to another. It's very rarely, it's pretty much slim to none that they will go down into the English Championship, which is the second division of men's football in England. Unfortunately, we're not England, so obviously we have to evaluate our talent pool across each and every respective league. Again, big league or respected league is subjective in my opinion, right? But most certainly in terms of any call up for the national team, again, this is not targeted at anyone in particular. It's actually about the men's team and the women's team. Most certainly when it comes to regular call up, there has to be regular football played with their respective clubs. And I'm talking about playing football week in, week out. The standards for player selection, I think, needs to be kept at a steady level. I don't want to see us backtracking into the past, either for the women's team or the men's team. I don't want to see players being selected when they don't play for a club, because I think sometimes you have to save players from themselves. We know just how nasty our 12 man can be. Players don't select themselves. Sometimes you just have to save players for themselves. Again, if that's the trajectory that we're working with, then for me, it does scream favoritism. And I will echo what I have already said. It is without a shadow of a doubt a disrespect to players who regularly play for their respective clubs and show up and show out. Midfield, I think that's the area. I've not really focused on the Reggae Boys for a while just because it's been so bloody negative. But I think it's safe to say that midfield needs urgent attention. It's one that requires, I think, immediate fixing, but it's not something that I would like to see the coach rush. Saying that, echoing what I've already said, it is the engine of our team. I think for us to get continuous success, that area needs a long-term solution. I don't want something that's immediate gratification. I don't want. I want a solution that's going to last a decade. I want a solution that's going to last a decade so that I can sit here and say for the next 10 years, we are problem free. Anything below that, below aiming for a decade, so your 2-3 year plans, I think that is subpar. If that's what you guys are willing to stick with your midfield for the future, then shame on you, because that, my friend, is going to give you a lot of stop and start, and stop and start is only going to lead to disjointed performances. I want to see us as 12 men, both for the Reggae Girls and the Reggae Boys, move away from being comfortable with accepting the plan B. Because don't get me wrong, plan B can work, but plan B can only take you so far. So eventually, whether you like it or not, you're either going to have to draw for another plan B, or you're just going to have to do what you should have done many moons ago and work with your plan A. I said all of that pretty fast. I think my aim was to wrap up this live stream in 1 hour max, because of timing, and also because I'm getting another headache, and I think I've managed to successfully do that. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Before I forget my manners, thank you for coming on to tonight's live stream. I definitely appreciate you guys and your support. If you've not hit the like button already, what are you waiting on? Have some manners and hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to take us to 5K at some point. Only Lord knows when that's gonna happen. I need one more person to subscribe to the channel to take. I'm at the moment I have 4,499. So maybe by the end of the night someone will be kind enough to subscribe to the channel. Big up the guys there in the comment section. Super Nick said ballers need this towards the tail end of their career, or at times when they are at a crossroad. Amen to that. Ravel back on the field. Duty of care, exactly, duty of care. Friday, that is in relation to the closing the summer transfer window coming to an end. Blair Video, big up yourself. It has been a very long time, sir. Most likely the newly promoted teams. Yeah, I like that. I like the sound of that. I'm just really happy for Michael Hector that the Royal fans, a few of them are asking for his return. It just speaks volumes of his character. So big up Ravel, and big up Michael Hector as well. Chelsea gone. We need them to play to see if Steve have yeah, they do. I think one thing that the gaffer could probably do is boy, I don't know, but I would say bring them into camp, but then it's like, who's going to finance it, and does that not mean that they're going to occupy someone else's space? I definitely think they're players that's worth getting games under their they're definitely worth players that should be tracked whilst they secure their club and play for their new club. But I just don't want to get into this habit. I hate it. It's a pet peeve of mine. I hate seeing players called to the national team when they don't have a club. It's nothing personal against anyone. I hate it when it happens to the Reggae Girls as well. So it's not just me ignoring the Reggae Girls and focusing on the Reggae Boys. It happens with the Reggae Girls, and I hate it. I don't like to see it, and I don't really care who the player is. It could be the captain for all I care. I'm not interested. Much love right back at you. Like up the chat or the show. You tell them again. I hope that they've done that. Big up everyone. Mr. Smith, your boy's looking good. Your boy's doing good for himself. He's been proactive alongside his compatriot Michael Hector in wanting to find a new club. So big up Ravel Morrison and big up Michael Hector as well. I think this is probably going to work wonders for their mental well-being. I don't know these guys on a personal level, but the fact that they're not sat at home waiting on their representative or their agents to get the ball rolling, and the fact that they're being proactive and trying to put themselves in the shop window, clap. Big up Ravel Morrison and big up Michael Hector. Long may it continue. Fingers crossed they managed to find a club either before Friday's transfer window closed across the top 5 clubs in top 5 leagues in Europe, or maybe even after if they're looking to if they're looking for some Premier League football. As they are free agents, they're not going to call up if they don't have a well, Mr. Smith, I've seen it done before, sir. I've seen it done before. Again, I don't have nothing personal against their against these guys. So guys, don't hate me for it. It's just something that I just don't like. I like your opinions because you have a way of looking at things about. But thank you, Lee. Thank you. That's going to help me to sleep better tonight, because sometimes I'm wary of what I'm saying. I'm not trying to discredit what the guys have done. If I was trying to discredit what they've done of the PFA and putting themselves in the shop window, I just would have ignored this topic of conversation. And it's not a personal dig. If they do get called up to the national team, I'll be right there cheering them on. But I'm just saying, I want us to move away from the habit of calling players up that don't play for the national team, because people bash Javon Watson for that. Irrespective of what you think of his playing ability, people were saying you should not be called up to the national team because you don't have a club. The same people are calling for their favorite players to be called up to to the national team when they don't have a club. I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to see it for the Reggae girls, and I don't want to see it for the Reggae boys. I agree they should be in a club. Yeah, they should. I wish them all the best of luck. Honest to God, I wish them all the best of luck. Owen, big up yourself, sir. Dre Anyweather Sports. Guys, if you don't know about Dre Anyweather Sports, I don't know, you're probably living under a rock. Do you go ahead and subscribe to his channel and tune into his content as he covers the Reggae girls and Reggae boys. And I believe he touched on other sports as well, possibly American football. Go ahead and big up to Coach's Desk. I saw your comment and I'm completely forgot to click on it. I am so sorry. Thank you for passing by and showing some love. I'm trying to wrap this one up quickly, guys. If you are new within the space, do go ahead and also subscribe to Coach's Desk for your athletics and your football on all fronts. Same if they don't have a club, you shouldn't get a call up. Yeah, it's nothing personal. If you don't have a club, you should not be in the national side. So I hope that the JFF are listening. I know they keep tabs. They probably can't stand me for my fight for the Reggae girls, or maybe certain people within the Jamaica Football Federation don't like me. But if you are ever going to listen to me, then let tonight be the one time where you listen to me, if you are going to do that, that is. Right, guys, I've managed to do that in under an hour. Really proud of myself. I don't know if the rest of the guys, I don't know if Dre Anyweather Sports or Coach's Desk are doing anything tonight. Let me go and check their channel to see. Maybe you guys can go over. Hold on, guys, let me check to see if they've got anything lined up. I have no notifications, so I don't know if they've got anything going on their channel. There is one coming up in 6 minutes time, guys. Is this the right time? Yes, there's a live stream coming up. I don't even know if this is a live stream or if it's a pre-recording, but you have something there from Coach's Desk. Utter Bolden joins to talk Olympics aftermath. So it seems like that's a live stream. That's going to be a smashing live stream there, hosted by Coach's Desk. So make yourself over there. I don't think Dre Anyweather Sport is doing anything, but let me check his channel and let you guys know before I close off. Live, let's see. It doesn't have any live coming up, guys, not from what I can see. He did do a live 6 hours ago there. That was a Chelsea roundup. So if you support the blue half of London, then you know where to go. All right, guys, my headache is coming on again. I'm getting a headache. So unfortunately, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to close off on the live stream. Super Nick, it's so lovely seeing another woman in the comment section. Big up Super Nick. Big up Rochelle. I'm sure I saw Rochelle earlier on. Good day, Rochelle. Finally made it to a live. I don't even know if I brought up your comment earlier on, but I had to backtrack and make sure I do it this time round. All right, guys. So you know how it goes. If you're new to the channel, do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I did say I was gonna show something about Leon Bailey, so I almost forgot. I'm gonna take myself off screen so that you guys can see Leon Bailey's school treat there coming up in Cassava Peace this Saturday. Get yourself down there. It's a wonderful initiative to help the less fortunate. I'm going to take myself off screen so that you guys can see the poster. And then I am going to close up. If you are out and about on your journey, I do hope that you make it home safe and sound, because it is a underrated blessing. All right, let me just take myself off screen for about 5 seconds. All right, guys. So there we have it. I'm actually going to go over onto the Instagram and read out some stuff for you, just because you can't really see everything, right? So let me just show you what I can see. As I said, the treats, the back to school treat hosted by the Liam Bailey Foundation, takes place this Saturday, August 31st, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Go over onto his Instagram, onto the Leon Bailey Foundation Instagram, for further information in terms of the location of the giveaway. It does say that there's going to be some jersey giveaway as well, special jersey giveaway. I'm assuming that means maybe signed Leon Bailey jersey. If you're a youngster, why wouldn't you want his jersey? And that is that there for me, guys. Let me go and change my background again and bring it back up to what it was before. As I said to you guys before, on last night's live stream, it's looking very unlikely that I'll be doing a live on Thursday. I do have some pressing matters that I need to turn my attention to, and it might spill over into Friday, but I will keep you guys posted in my comment section to let you guys know what's what. All right, so not my comment section, community section. So keep your eyes peeled on my community section. I'm wondering if we're getting Sterling or Tony. Rio is signaling something is happening. Listen, if you get either, that's a cracking signing. People need to stop acting as if Raheem is a bum. He's not a bum. He's a Premier League legend, and I think that he still has one last rise in his chamber. And best of luck to him. It looks like maybe Tony is being taunted to go to the Saudi league. Wherever they go, I wish them both the very best of luck. Sterling is not a scrub. You guys need to stop this foolishness. He's a Premier League legend, and I think he's got a redemption in him. Would I take him at my club? Yeah, I would take him, because as I said, I believe that he's got a redemption in him, and we need cover in that area where that is regard. And also the youngsters can learn from him. I think it's going to be a massive miss in the changing room for Chelsea. Definitely where the young players are concerned, definitely where the black players are concerned. So any club that gets Raheem Sterling, be it in the Premier League, I definitely think that you're onto something good. Best of luck to Raheem Sterling as well, because he is one of our own. He's a Jamaican boy at heart. Now the Saudi League link with it broke down. I don't even know if I should say good or not. But good luck to Tony. Good luck. It'll be awkward if he stays, given what he has said, right? It'd be very awkward if he stays at Brentford. All right, guys, I am waffling. I'm going to have to love you and leave you now. Remember, Coaches Desk is live stream. I think it's already started, so you guys can make your way over there. Saudi was offering 4,000. Woo, Jesus. Oh, okay. Okay. I will be back this week, guys. Thursday, like I said, is at the moment out the question, but I will be back. If you are new to my stream, please do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, as I am firmly on my way to 5K. You know how it goes, guys. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Take care.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.